Hello, it's vlog time again, and here we are with another lot of rambling. Okay, so we'll start off with the background. I finally managed to get some aerial footage. Wasn't where I wanted it from. This is quite local. Couldn't do it on any of the days out, too windy on every single day. So I took it to the Tesco park on the calmest day of the month. And even then it was moaning that it was high winds all the time, so I had to keep it below 30 metres. Not exactly ideal, but we got some footage, and that's what matters. Okay, so, yes, I hired a car. I hired a 7-seater. I got a 9-seater for the same price. Good old enterprise. I was happy with the car. It was huge. It was basically a converted Transit, a Ford Torino. So, first day, when I picked the car up, quickly got used to the controls, and we went for a jolly over to Barry Island. Fun getting up the hill with a wheelchair. Did need help. No way I was pushing it up there alone. But yeah, we got it there. We had a nice day at Barry. Chips on the beach. Well, on the promenade anyway. And yep, that was a decent day. On the way back, then we went to Penarth. A walk along the beach with my eldest too, which wasn't good because my daughter was wearing flip-flops and it's a rocky beach, pebbly beach, and walked along the pier. So, yep, they needed the toilet, and I said, you'll find one on the pier. That's why it's called a pier. And it was. Right. Second day then, we went to our old, just get rid of that, we went to our old stomping ground from childhood. Well, my wife's old stomping. We used to go there for caravan holidays, Porthcawl. We went to Treco Bay, and well, I can see it still being fun for people who were there for the week. It's not really a place to visit for a day anymore. The arcade there is purely tickets. There's nothing else to do really, although the VR there was good. They did have some VR games there, VR experiences there. The roller coaster I went on, I was really surprised. It was pretty decent, and it was yeah, that was the only good part about Treco Bay as far as I'm concerned. Then we went to Coney Beach, and I went for a walk to get my daughter some cream from a chemist, and when I got back I said, nah, too cold for the beach, let's go up. So we didn't do the beach. Also, again, too windy for the drone by far. I mean, it was quiet enough. I could have used the drone, but it was too windy. It was fun otherwise. It was good. We even went into the fairground. Now, that's supposed to be £2 each, but my daughter has got issues with hypermobility, and she said, oh, they're all my helpers. My wife was in a wheelchair, so we got in for nothing because they were all disabled and their carers in for nothing. So we had a good, they just wanted to go on the Dodgems. So I got some video of that as well. One day I'll post it, maybe. I might just post it as a quick thing. But yeah, walk around, I saw a Red Hulk. Red Hulk. He's green. He was shiny as well, red. Some Christmas rides. Christmas rides. It's August. They decided to play Pokemon, have their raid hour at the bottom of the place by the oldest ride in the park. They're still there. It's had a facelift. The trains, which it looks like, which are knockoff Thomas the Tank engines now. And yeah, that was the day at the Porthcawl. So Mumbles was our third day. We were going to go to Portinen, but my wife wasn't feeling up to the trip. So we decided just to go to the Mumbles. We couldn't go to the Mumbles with my wife because she would never get down those stairs. And it was the nicest day. It was high tide. Tide was really coming in when we got there. I went for a climb up the local hill. I'm not going to say mountain. It's just a hill. And the kids wondered how I got up there so fast. I'm used to it. I used to do it all the time. Oh, there was somebody down there with a little drone. But you take that up more than 10 metres and it's going to say, nah, too windy, bring it down. And the water's clearer there than Barry. Barry looks like a cesspit, but Mumbles was quite clear. It's not as clear as the south coast, but it's quite clear for this area. I think the further west you go as well, it gets clearer. But yeah, The we had a meal there from the pub, or next door to the pub, the chip shop from the pub. The arcade there was mostly tickets again, but they had an upstairs part with bowling. It's a bowlingo, and it's faulty. You'll get everything down, and it'll still mark you with some on the board. So yeah, it cheats. It's old. It's not maintained well. It really needs an upgrade. So anyway, the car took a little bit of getting used to because of the size. It didn't like second gear at low speed, so I had to try and get it into my mind to use first gear more often. Porthcawl, when we went there, I got a chance to try out the cruise control, and it took me a few minutes to realise that it was actually doing the slowing down when there were cars in front, because I usually react earlier. But anyway, when I realised that, even that was more comfortable. The trip to Swansea was good until we got through Swansea. In and out of Swansea was tailback traffic all the way, in and out. Especially out, it was peak hour. Oh, traffic. I don't miss that at all. So the next day then I returned the car. Took my foldable bike, and on the way back, just about 5 minutes in, I was bullied out of the frigging way. So that's about welcome back to cycling. No, I'm still not getting a car until I'm 60. So yeah, I'm not going, I could afford a car, but this keeps me fit, and that's what I'm doing. Okay, on to the next bit. New toy. This arrived while I was, just before I went out on the second day. Didn't bother with it then for a few days. It's a PSP knockoff. I only paid 24 quid with it for it. And I've had a bit of a play with it lately. Got Mega Drive games working on it. Got SNES games working on it. Got Game Boy and Game Boy Advance games working on there. And it's worth the money. I would not recommend anybody paying more than 30 quid for one. Anything which requires a bit of grunt, it can handle. Mega Drive games slows down like hell on most of them. And no button C, which is not very good for certain games which require a button C. It works well with Game Boy Advance games, and it's got a few games built in. One of the games which I've played, which is a bullet hell called Pro Gear, it's not suited for that. It's also very slow. Neo Geo is supposed to work with it. Doesn't really. It works with the arcade ones that are in zip format, but any Neo format, it just says invalid file format. Even with the Game Boy games, sometimes it'll come back with invalid file format. Dr. Mario and Tetris, for instance, invalid file format. So yeah, it works, it's worth the money, but not much more. Seriously. It's good for messing around, it's not a serious emulation machine. Right, Cloudflare. I had a false positive. I gained a negative reputation with Symantec spam checking. Apparently I've been sending out spam. Checked every computer in the house, no malware on any of them, so it's a false positive. It destroyed my internet experience. I couldn't even access some sites because it wouldn't let me pass the captures. Captures all over the place, no matter what. How one company can have so much power on the net is really disturbing. I cleared the false positive. Tried to get support from Uphold, which was the main site that I couldn't get onto, and they kept on emailing me saying, "Oh, is the support?" It was non-existent. Uphold, you need to do better. They completely ignored me when I told them exactly what the problem was. Because it wasn't their end, I think they didn't give a damn. Cloudflare, tried to get onto them, no joy whatsoever. Post to the forum, post to the community, so I posted to the community, and it got trapped by Askimet. 2 days it took for that post to come out. By then, I cleared the false positive with Symantec, and that must have filtered through to Cloudflare, and I was in the clear again and could do everything. So nobody could help. All that power and no help. Disgusting. Cloudflare, you need to be ashamed of yourselves, but you won't be because you got the monopoly on this, and it's disgusting. So with that rant out of the way, I decided to go and get some Apt pens. Buy 4, get 1 free. They all work fine as well. They should do because they cost enough. I think it was 11 quid for the 4. Well, 5. So yeah, they're not really expensive, and because it's funny, yeah, it's worth it. And the last thing for this rambling session, I mean, how long have we been going on for now? 10 minutes. I knew this was going to be a long one. That's why I went to get 15 minutes of drone footage. Right, yeah, the last thing. I've actually updated my Twitch info. No, I always wondered how to do it, and it was so bloody simple. How didn't I think of this before? 2 of the panels I use stopped working. There was a countdown panel, and that stopped working. So I used a less capable one from Twitch itself. And the better information panel, where I had all my little bits of information in, stopped working. Just disappeared. Unavailable anymore. Dropped. Discontinued. Vanished. Ripped out of my profile. So I discovered that when you add a panel, you can add a text information panel. So I did, and all that's updated now on my Twitch site. So yeah, hey, at last, that's what I wanted to do in the first place. Yeah, I found a little template that was free. I didn't need much. I'm not a fussy bugger. I'm not a professional, and I never will be. Just like doing it for fun. Just like this, just for fun. Anyway, that's my rambling over for this one. And I hope you found some interest in it. And the next one again, roughly 3 weeks. Yep, I like to do them on my long weekends. This would be my long weekend now. Officially my holiday is over, but I don't go back to work until Wednesday. 5:15. That's going to be a no sleep. Monday morning syndrome on a Wednesday. So yeah, until the next one, enjoy yourselves, stay safe, and goodbye.